Morning, guys and girls. I currently have upstairs a very, very poorly young lady by the name of Kaylee, who just happens to be my amazing wife. She's currently having a really hard day with her PMDD. I wrote a post yesterday about it, but today's probably the peak. I offered her breakfast and she basically downright denied it. Said, I don't want to eat anything. The whole world's going to end. What's the point of even waking up today, basically? So what I've decided to do is come down and I'm going to make her a breakfast, basically, a surprise breakfast. She might not eat it. We're hoping she's going to. But over the years, I've done quite a bit of research on foods that really help her during her spikes and her big episodes that she has. For example, magnesium is really key. So foods like avocados, dark chocolate, believe it or not, I know that sounds crazy, spinach, kale, leafy greens, stuff like that. They are amazing and massively high in magnesium, which really helps with the symptoms. Now, one of the reasons why magnesium is so good is because it promotes a healthy GABA response, which actively calms the nervous system and can even ease cramps, believe it or not. It's also really important to increase calcium intake and vitamin D. I think they say something like around 1200 milligrams of calcium a day can significantly reduce both emotional and physical symptoms. Good source of calcium such as yogurt, cheeses, obviously things like fish, sardines, and again leafy greens are a great source of calcium. But you want to be hitting around 1200 milligrams a day of that stuff because it's vitally important. Vitamin D you can get from just going outside. Problem with PMDD is Kayley doesn't want to go outside, so we need to find alternatives, unfortunately. You want to be prioritising complex carbs over refined carbs, which are going to help with stabilising your blood sugar, they're going to prevent mood swings, they're going to help combat fatigue, all of that sort of stuff. Good examples of these are like whole grains, brown rice, oats, quinoa, believe it or not, lentils. There's loads of different complex carbs that you can look into, but those have to be prioritised over refined carbohydrates. Similar with sugars, you don't really want to be having too much refined sugar either. Refined sugars will lead to blood sugar spikes, which is just going to increase your irritability and lead to crashes. Another key thing is that we want to introduce and try to focus on getting as many anti-inflammatory fats in us as possible. Those are also known as omega-3s. You probably heard that term is quite a big buzzword, omega-3 fatty acids. These can actually reduce inflammation in the brain, which can actually alleviate depression. It can help with mood swings, also decrease irritability, believe it or not. You're looking at things like walnuts, pecans, obviously fatty fish, anything that you find quite large quantities of omega-3 fatty acids in are going to help. They're anti-inflammatory and they help the inflammation in the brain. If you haven't got access to walnuts, there are also not as much, but there are trace amounts found in pecans, pistachios, different types of nuts that you can find. They will all have a certain level of these anti-inflammatory fatty acids that you need. Another really good one is chia seeds. So we always make sure that we've got a little chia shaker in the house because these are my go-to when I'm trying to lift Kaylee's mood and get that inflammation down in her brain, which is obviously what's causing her, not causing all of it, but it's definitely not helping her with her symptoms. You want to ensure you're getting adequate, and I mean ample amounts of protein intake. Protein is so key, I can't stress this enough. One of the main reasons that protein is so key is because it actually supports neurotransmitter production and it helps control cravings. So neurotransmitter production in the brain during a PMDD episode is so vital. So you want to make sure you're getting loads of lean meats, eggs, any good source of protein will do it, but the best sources are the highest levels of protein, such as eggs, lean meats. Finally, one of the last things you want to try to increase is your levels of vitamin B6. I mean, B6 is, again, linked to the production of neurotransmitters in the brain. They're going to help regulate your mood. They help alleviate that depression, again, like I said, and just hopefully just lessen the burden of the intrusive thoughts that you have during PMDD episodes. You get it in poultry, fish, bananas, surprisingly chickpeas. You can find this stuff out anywhere, alright? I'm just here trying to help slightly my wife this morning. As well as adding all these extra things and nutritional benefits to your diet, there are also some things you want to limit, alright? One of the key things you want to limit is sodium or salt. The reason why I'll say you want to limit sodium is because it's linked to fluid retention. It causes bloating. It can even cause breast tenderness in females. You also want to be limiting caffeine, all right? Caffeine is really bad because it's going to lead to irritability. It's also going to be linked to increased anxiety, which is another thing that you're already feeling loads of. So you don't want to increase the anxiety. You want to try and lessen it. It's going to interfere with your sleep. You're not going to be able to sleep properly if you take in too much caffeine. So caffeine is a big no-no. And hydration, hydration, hydration. I can't stress it enough. It is key. It's going to help with the fluid retention. It's just going to make you feel more alive. Drinking more water always makes you feel better anyway, right? So with all that said and all of that information processed, hopefully you've got some important information out of that. I'm now going to introduce you to what I'm going to make Kaylee for breakfast this morning. We have already got 2 eggs prepared in here that I'm going to poach for her because she loves her poached eggs. We've got a banana, what I'm going to chop up. We've got some strawberries, natural sugar. In here we've got some almonds, you probably can't see them. We've got a couple of almonds and quite a few pecans. I'm going to chop those up and stick them in with our beautiful dark chocolate chips, which as I said before are absolutely vital. So the dark chocolate chips, the pecans, the almonds, the banana, the strawberries, the chia seeds, they're all going to go in a bowl of natural yogurt that I'm going to prepare from the fridge. And then we're going to poach a couple of eggs, going to stick them on a piece of toast for her, and we're going to take that upstairs for her and see how she likes it. Oh, and I almost forgot this bad boy. So I'm going to get started. And you guys can watch as I prepare stuff and we go from there. So as I said before, the avocado and the dark chocolate chips and stuff like that, it's all for boosting the magnesium intake, which is so key. So we're going to cut up the avocado, pop her open, chop her up into little pieces, get everything prepared. Actually, Kaylee taught me this little trick. It's not going to work now though. Ah, it did work. Fantastic. Kaylee's a massive fan of avocado, which is really helpful for me at times like these, but we spoon that bad boy out, stick that down on the plate there, and obviously, as I said, she's such a fan that we can give her a whole avocado, which is really going to help with her magnesium intake. There's that knife gone. We're going to chop this avocado up into little slices like this, like so. And then once we poach them eggs up, they call me the Egg King, by the way, believe it or not. You might find out I'm absolutely going to ruin the eggs now because I put that pressure on myself. But yeah, once we've got those eggs ready and that toast is nicely cooked, we can get that avocado on there. That'll be the main staple of our food before we make the yogurt. So we've got the yogurt in there. First we're going to shake in a few chia seeds. Shake a few chia seeds in there, like we said before. Massive for the omega-3. We're going to throw a few strawberries in for some natural unrefined sugars. So we'll throw a few strawberries in there. We're going to stick our banana in, like we said before. Vital for the vitamin B6, so we stick our banana in there as well. And then finally, just to top it off, we're going to get those omega-3 fatty acid with the pecans, and we're going to stick a few almonds in just for good measure as well. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a lovely little PMDD booster for after she's finished with her protein, with her eggs and avocado and toast. I'm going to stick this in the fridge now so that it keeps nice and fresh while we prepare the rest. Almost forgot one of the vital ingredients, the dark chocolate drops. So we sprinkle a few of them just on top because that's going to obviously give her the magnesium intake and to help boost our magnesium levels, as we said, is so vital. So now we've got the completed little afters. Hopefully she's going to enjoy it. It's going in the fridge now this time. Now I would usually let you watch me poach the eggs, but I've got a bad feeling this morning it ain't going to go so great. So what I'm going to do is quickly prepare that and I'll show you the end result. If you've ever poached eggs before, you'll know that the secret ingredient is a bit of vinegar in the water. I don't even know why. My nan taught it to me years ago. It makes no sense. I used to think the eggs would come out tasting of vinegar, but they actually don't. Like we said earlier, you want to be prioritising complex carbs over refined ones. So 50-50 bread is much better than white bread. I mean, whole grain bread would be better, but we don't have any of that. So we are going to be using 50-50 bread today. Just one slice, because we don't want to overdo the bread and increase the bloatiness. So we've got a lovely slice of buttery toast with avocado on the side. We've got our 2 poached eggs here. So we're going to slowly pick these eggs up to make sure we don't destroy the hard work we've just made. We're going to stick those poached eggs on there like so, like shebang. So we have 2 poached eggs, a lovely bit of avocado, not forgetting a tiny sprinkle of salt, but I'm going to get that before I take it upstairs to her. We're going to go and surprise her with this. Let me go grab the yogurt out of the fridge. So ladies and gentlemen, successfully 2 poached eggs, avocado on toast, and a nice bit of beautiful yogurt with all the trimmings. All of the nutritional benefits that she needs to hopefully help her with her PMDD symptoms today. I'm going to now take it upstairs to her. She's going to be completely surprised because she's not expecting it. And hopefully, she gets a tiny bit of relief. But if she don't, she gets a smiley Stephen anyway. And I'll crack a few jokes and make her feel better that way. Thanks for being with me, guys, this morning. And I hope you gained some vital information out of it. And hopefully, guys, you can help your wives a little bit more with if they're struggling with this horrible, horrible condition known as PMDD. Right, so Kaylee's currently upstairs. I think she's made a really good plan this morning and she's writing in her Bible and she's writing some good notes down and giving herself some, doing stuff basically she knows is going to help her. She's not just sitting and wallowing in her pity, but she's not expecting this at all. So let's give her a little surprise. Babe? Yeah. Oh, I thought that's what you'd be doing. So yeah, he's here, studying through, writing stuff down from her Bible. Baby Steve is here as well. I've made you a beautiful breakfast.
Oh, baby. Oh, babe, I don't even deserve that. Yeah.
You know you deserve it more than anything in the world, my princess. It's all your favourites. And I'm pretty sure, hopefully, it's going to help a bit with your symptoms. I'm going to take Stevie off her now, guys, alright? So she can enjoy this. And hopefully speak to you all later.
So much.
Take care. I love you, baby.
I love you so much.
The final test. I called myself the Egg King earlier, didn't I? And then I told you I was probably going to ruin the eggs today. Let's have a look, shall we? Go for it, baby.
No way, Steve. You never do. I'm just crying, eating my breakfast.
Don't cry, baby girl. That will help you. Look. Got your little Care Bear over there.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry I'm so crap.
I love you, baby.
I'm crap.
You get that down you and hopefully that'll make you feel a little bit better. I love you, princess.
Love